Hello there and welcome back to Byzantium. Last time I ended up in, a humiliating defeat against the forces of Spain, Portugal and France, and that didn't actually end well for me. Anyway, you want to look at it. So what we will be doing most of this episode, I think, is mostly just sitting peacefully by and growing ourselves into, back to what we used to be. So we'll see how that goes. Probably go into a war with... Damn, I'm not working. Probably get into war with Vakia, but other than that, we'll probably just sit quietly by and relax. Hopefully the Ottomans, or in this case the Portuguese, will give up their alliance with the Ottomans fairly soon. If not, we are probably in heaps of trouble, but we'll see how it turns out once we get going. So yeah, I've been some years of peace more or less here, where I have been reinforcing my armies. We still need about 15,000 more men. But for the time being, we can go ahead and upgrade our administrative tech to level 18, which gives me a cathedral and stock exchange. I still cannot actually westernize, I could have westernized, but the problem was I just got a tech. So I think I'll probably stay at the tech levels that I am, which is the eastern ones for probably the remainder of the game, although it will hurt. So we'll probably wait till 26 before we do something else. It is tempting to declare war on Vakia though. They are in a coalition against me, and so are the Ottomans. The Ottomans will probably become the bosses of the coalition in that case. And also the fact that Bohemia is in a coalition against me is probably the only thing that is, at the moment, speaking against that. So I'll probably make a move. I also got my diplomatic relations. I have 2 over now, thanks to the fact that I have been, or am currently making a move on the Holy Roman Empire, as you can see here. I have gotten the Palatinate and Brandenburg to like me, and I'm currently working on getting Württemberg to vote for me as well. But as you can see here, it's going to be very difficult, and I'm a little bit unsure if I can actually pull it off. We'll have to see. But if someone else here decides to not vote for Austria, then I can probably snatch it if I'm lucky. We'll have to see. I might actually have to make a move for Münster instead. But even so, it should be fine, so we'll see how that goes. But if I can at least become Holy Roman Emperor, I will have a lot more manpower, a lot more money, and basically a lot more power to do whatever I want, and thus it should be beneficial for me. We'll see how this turns out. Some positive news, Bohemia just left the coalition against me, which basically means that it's currently just the Ottomans and Trebizond. And also the funny thing about that is Vakia left, so they're basically a target for me now. I just want to fabricate claims on both of their provinces, so it will be easier to call them. And also it will take less time, which in turn will mean that I will get less problem with these annoying rebels and such. So I think I'll actually go ahead and just wait a little bit, get the claims fabricated, and then we will be declaring war on Vakia here. Simply go for the straight out annex. And also tempted to go for a war against Trebizond now, and basically because of the fact that it will bring in the Ottomans, but I'm a little bit unsure if the Ottomans can actually bring in their allies again if I do this. So it's a little bit of a uncertain situation, to say the very least, but potentially could work out rather good, rather great. So we'll have to consider a little bit what we'll do. Could always go for a war against these guys, try to convert them or something, annex them, then release as a vassal again, and use them to eat up the Mamluks, for example, to simply grow my own power. That is certainly a possibility, because that's basically what the only thing that I'm missing to finish this. That is power. So in turn, if I get the as you can see here, if I get this pulled off before the Austrians actually get that last decision, that will be really great. But there is one little problem, as you can see. The fact that I'm trying to ally a little bit back and forth between everyone is currently putting me in a situation where I'm hurting thanks to that. But one thing I can do, of course, is simply kill off the Austrians. I'm a little bit unsure who actually has calls on their lands. The Swiss has core on that one. The Swiss has a claim to that one. And up here, for example, Namur Gallery, I can force them to give back. Well, a minute, that's the Pope. So Austria only has 7 provinces, and thus I could always try to screw them over. Problem is the list of allies. That will definitely pose the biggest problem in doing so. So I'll have to see if I can actually do anything in terms of getting stuff done with allying back and forth and trying to make things work, because as of now it's really not working. So we'll have to see if it's possible to pull off or not. I'll most likely have to attack Austria to get the Holy Roman Empire if they pull that last one. So we'll still have to consider it. But as things are now, I could potentially go for the vassalization of both of these. But unfortunately, I have to make it pretty violent to do so. I first have to have wars to convert them to monarchies, and then I can declare a war. So once again, we have put ourselves in a little bit of a pickle there. But at least now we're starting to regain some of our manpower. We're still missing quite a bit, so we'll probably sit by for a little while longer and try to get these guys in position where I can actually take the title from Austria. We'll see how it goes. Sardinia that we had to release has once again become a vassal, so that's kind of funny, but even so, it works out fairly great. That also means that I now have one guy I can use for other purposes. As you can see here, it is a little bit, how should I put it, weird on how things will work, because as you can see here, these guys are pretty good, but the problem I have that's currently putting me far behind the other ones are legitimacy issues. And if I can get my legitimacy back up, it will take a while, but if I can do that, it's potentially a very possible that I'll be able to snatch this before the Austrians. Because as you can see, I do have some better modifiers, but even so, the main problem here is the fact that I'm behind on diplomatic reputation, I'm behind on prestige, and I'm behind on legitimacy. So basically, the war against Vakia will most likely sort that out. So we'll just go ahead and declare this war on the Valakians. Shouldn't actually be a war at all, should simply be a fairly easy run-of-the-mill kill them kind of thing. So hopefully I can pull that off, and by pulling that off, as you know, I will be able to... that's kind of bad, I didn't think I'd put it that low, but even so, yeah, I actually lost that battle thanks to the fact that I have very low morale on these guys. I'm not going to put it up, not even for a single battle here, I think. So with that in mind, I will be trying to get my legitimacy up, as you know, and also a couple of other things. So we'll see how this actually plays out. But for now, taking Vakia should bring me a little bit up, at least when it comes to not morale, prestige, and also maybe legitimacy. I'm a little bit unsure here. We'll see how it turns out. I'm a little bit confused right now how things are actually going, but I need to get rid of Tripoli, I think, because the fact that they keep on, wow, Portugal and Spain, that little nation. But yeah, as I was saying, I need to get my prestige up. I need to get, well, the opinions up. As you can see, they're really fluctuating, thanks to, I think, they're actually in the personal union with Sweden now. That's not good at all. So, yeah. That's not good at all. I could potentially choose a couple of rivals that should boost my relations with someone, but once again, that's not really a viable option. So I'll be trying, but I don't think I'll get the Holy Roman Empire. But at the very least, I will be able to get my prestige up a little bit. Hopefully, screw over the Ottomans. I'm a little bit unsure if I can actually send someone to. Well, I can of course try and screw over the Ottomans by sabotaging your reputation and such. And when I think about it, I can do probably the same thing with these guys. It should help out quite a lot. Maybe even get me what I want. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm a little bit unsure if I can sabotage reputation or yeah. So we'll see if that helps. If not, I'm screwed. Also, I'm currently trying or converting the province here. As you can see, it's 5 years still, and that's basically because of Constantinople is rather big. So big in terms of base tax, big in terms of populace and all that. And of course France got that guy, but even if I had invested in him, as you can see here, I wouldn't actually have gotten him, and that sucks. Wow, he was discovered rather quickly. So yeah, the Austrians will hate me. That's actually kind of the plan here, I guess. But I'll be sowing this content for as much as I can. It should help me a little bit in getting the throne, hopefully. We'll have to see how that turns out. Portugal, no. I think I have to boost my guys pretty much in order for this actually work, because as it stands now, my guys just plain out sucks. So yeah, I'll be trying to get that alliance to break, to try and get my prestige up, try and grow slowly but surely, I guess, to to get myself in a position where I can actually say that I've accomplished something in this episode. So we'll see how things goes. Vakia got, not surprisingly, I guess you could say, annexed, and that gave me some aggressive expansion, most notably against Austria and everyone, but as you can see it will be gone in 4 years' time. I'm a little bit unsure how old this guy is. He's actually just 18, so that's not actually a problem. This guy should live for quite a while, and hopefully he will. The Lithuanian, how should I call it, the Lithuanians here? That's a little bit of an issue, but as you can see, the war actually brought things even further up. At least I got a little bit more prestige, and we'll have to see if I can get a Cardinal 3 to boost my my legitimacy a little bit. We'll see how it turns out. Also, the fact that I now took Silistria, among others, gives me a triumph for the Balkans, which is quite good. 20 extra prestige. And also I got the how should I put it? I got some extra military or army tradition, which should give me better generals down the line. So yeah, that guy was discovered and sent home. Can't really complain. They're at +3 stability really, so I need to continue and simply try and screw them over. That one, sabotage reputation once, that other guy's home I think. And yeah, so basically I'll be trying to screw over the people who can pose a threat to me, and hopefully it will work out. Hopefully, I don't think these guys actually get, and no one else actually gets any negative things for me doing spy work against Austria. So that's very positive. We'll see if I can actually make something here, because as it seems my guys are in heaps of trouble. They can't actually pull it off, so we'll see how things actually end up turning out. But for now, it really seems that that I can't make this work. Well, I think it actually does. I saw sabotage reputation there somewhere. So let's see here. Insulted, yeah, we'll see how it turns out. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to pull this off. I should get the Palatinate now, and I should get Munster pretty soon, but even so, these guys don't really matter because they're voting for someone else. I need one of, or two, I think, of these two. So we'll have to try and boost our relations with these guys soon, and try and screw over Austria in the same aspect. So we'll try and see if we can pull it off or not. I'll upgrade the military attack to level 24, which gives me increase in combat width, and also I can now build a redoubt. I believe that is some sort of addition to the fortress, so that should help out quite a lot. I think it actually stood there, but I did not read it, which I apologize for. There is a tactic here that I will be testing in terms of westernization, that we will be trying to pull off once we actually have managed to core these two. It's still 3 years away. But once I have done that, I will be testing something, and that is to basically build a lot of buildings before westernization, and then cancel the building of them. And in theory then you should get the administrative points back. And if you do that, you should be able to get westernization done in basically just, get it done very quickly, which should help me out quite a lot. So we'll be trying that and see if it's actually a viable tactic to try and pull off. So yeah, I know it's a bit glitchy, but or a bit abusive of the system, but I don't feel too bad about it. We'll see how it goes. We are halfway to coring the provinces, so we'll just be trying to pull it off, and we'll see how it goes. So Muscovy has gotten themselves into a war here, in this case Denmark, Novgorod and Bohemia. And well, it shouldn't actually be a problem. The only real problem is that most likely the Danes will end up marching through my lands here, but I'll accept it anyways, and we'll simply try to stay out of battles. But I can't actually promise anything, so we'll see how it turns out. I'll keep my troops at least in some tight clusters, so if they actually show up, I can most likely kick their asses. But yeah, this is probably just a waiting war, I guess I could call it, while we wait for the course to come, so we can try and westernize. We'll see how it plays out for now, but it should work out just fine, and I hope it does. So we'll see how it goes. The Bohemians are actually marching into my lands here, so if they actually end up in my lands and spread out, that would be great. If not, we'll be trying to pick them off. We'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, as soon as that happened, my guy died. Michael the 12th is the new emperor. 252, not that great, but he has a better hair at least. 543, can't really complain about that. A little bit unsure how the ages stack up here. This guy is, as you can see, 61, and that guy is 51. So that's not too great, but as you can see here, I should have this guy's vote, which is kind of weird, but even so. And that means that I'm, well, closing in a little bit. At least I have Münster's vote, and hopefully I'll get one of these guys pretty soon. We are still trying to screw over Austria, but they aren't really really helpful in that aspect. They don't actually do anything that can help. So we'll see if we can still continue to cause some troubles for them, and if it's actually viable to pull off. But for now, I'll simply stay mostly out of this war, and then we'll see how it goes. Well, we did become papal controller though, which is quite good. It gives me an extra diplomat, some extra prestige, and also stability costs. So the fact that I now have control over the papacy is, as you might imagine, very good for several reasons. And hopefully now, can I actually go ahead and do this papal actions? Well, apparently I need to wait for the next tick, I think. And let's see here, papal actions. You guys go home. They're coming for us. But yeah, where was I? Papal actions. Seriously? I don't have any papal actions here? What kind of trickery is this? Alliance, influence, relations. Well, that sucks. I thought I could actually... apparently they did not give me the right to excommunicate anyone. So, that's a little bit bad, but at least now I can call for a crusade again on... can I? No, I can't. So I guess I will simply have to wait for a couple more ticks and then I'll get the things up. But yeah, I'll be waiting and we'll probably go after these guys sooner or later. But for now, we'll simply, I think, sit by peacefully and do what we want here. But as I was saying, I'm a little bit sorry for the lack of action in this episode. We simply took Vakia, and I'm still trying to get the whole Roman Empire under my control. I'm missing 2 electors to do that, and 70 points. So at least I'm back at 100 legitimacy, so that helps. If I can get my ass up to 100 prestige, that would probably be the denominator that would give me what I want here. So researching this and building that glorious monument is probably the best move in that aspect. But I'll wait for the tick of the year, I think, because that should give me what I need to actually get that. But also another way to get the prestige I need is to do this: up army maintenance and go after the Bohemian armies, do some sieges in the border regions, and otherwise just participate in this war to get the prestige. So that should actually work out as a viable tactic as well, and we'll see how that plays out. But this is the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.